We're about to get started here in a minute. Just kind of just let some people come in. We'll look at a few things, and we'll get to talking about the few topics that you see in the title, and then we'll answer many questions as we can. So, yeah, I got kind of thrown off there for a minute. But anyway, we just let some people join in, and I hope y'all day has been going okay. Um, Mine's been all right. We're getting to talking about the studio project and some more information with that, some developments to let you guys know about that. We're going to speak about the topic of Black vanity. Um, that's something that I really need to address because it is really beyond sad, silly, and some of the main reason why Black people stay broke. It's some things in this world that happens to Black people. You can blame maybe some of it on systematic racism, some of it on the way things are just set up. But I'm gonna say 85 to 90% of the problems with Black people in finance has to do with vanity, and vanity is horrible within our community. And then we also gonna speak on the 1 Million Fathers project. Let's get some feedback on it, what you guys think about that, and address some questions of, let me see, also about the project. Because I was asked two questions that I need to address. And I also want to read a comment that was like the best comment ever, but let me find it while I'm waiting for you guys to come in. Excuse me, it's clearing my throat a little bit. What's going on, everyone that's joining in the chat? Let me look for this comment. This guy left some of the best comment ever, and it made so much sense. No, it's not here. It's here. Because I want to read this one comment to y'all, and so y'all could. Where is this comment at? I mean, this guy really. Oh, there you go. Okay. A guy that has a screen name RQSTR82LM or RN. I'm sorry. He left a comment about the project that I didn't even see it like that. I mean, but he really get the vast thing that we're trying to do a lot more than a lot of people. And like I said, we can wait just for a few more people to come on in. Shoot, today I had to just get up early, with my daughter and take her to track practice early this morning. And after that, I still went to sleep. I was just kind of chilling a little bit, just waking up here and there, looking at this APAC conference they had today, where all the presidential candidates went to this group that's a big Jewish lobby group to tell them what they're going to do about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. All our presidential candidates had to speak on that issue. Bernie Sanders didn't go. He wanted to do it by video because he was campaigning. They're like, nah, we don't want to hear you if you're not going to show up. I mean, that's kind of how it was with them. So I never heard that kind of thing before. It's like I was really paying attention to it. And I was like, wow, I did not know that it's that deep and that serious with our political candidates on what's happening in somebody else's country. And that's just how I feel about the situation. Because why is it that we have to pander to other people and we got all these problems here in America? See, y'all talk about Donald Trump, what he gonna do, but he was pandering too. I heard it. Like he was saying what he gonna do for them and the deal and all this other stuff about them. And I'm like, wait a minute. If you're gonna make America great again, Mr. Trump, you shouldn't even be focusing on what them people got going on. Because we got so many problems going on in this country that we shouldn't even be pandering to nobody else right now. In fact, nobody should get a dime out of us, but that's a totally different situation. It's frustrating. It's extremely frustrating because, you know, everybody has to pander. Everybody. And if they don't pander, then that's a problem. Let's see. What's going on? Everyone is coming in. Sorry, late to the show. But what is Black Vanity? I will get on to that a little later. I'm gonna let more people come on. What y'all think about? They say leaving to a different country. Well, you know what? What could Donald Trump do to us that he haven't done already, or at least to the black community? What could he really do? Think about it. Is he gonna put us back in chattel slavery? Is he gonna do medical experiments on black women and black children? Is he gonna give black people syphilis and all kind of other disease and test on them? I mean, is he gonna restart the convict release program? Is he gonna restart the black codes? Is he gonna restart Jim Crow? I mean, what is he really gonna do that haven't been done to us already? You know, if you really think about it, what is he gonna do to us? I don't, I mean, like people say, I'm gonna leave the country. You should have left the country way before Donald Trump showed up. If you really want to leave the country, all these police killings of unarmed people and all this other stuff. I mean, what is that going to get worse? I mean, all this, you got to think, all this stuff that happened under Obama to us. Forget Donald Trump, Obama, and nothing's happened. He ain't done nothing to help us. So really, what could Donald Trump do that's so bad? I'm just saying. I mean, I'm looking at it just as now. Other groups of people may look at it as bad because they haven't dealt with the long history of things that we've dealt with slavery and the black codes and the sundown towns and the internment camps that black people were put in. Yes, they were put in internment camps in Mississippi. Do your research. Or, what, Donald Trump gonna start grabbing our babies again and using it as alligator bait like they were using Louisiana and Florida? Is Donald Trump gonna start doing that? I mean, like, that's kind of how I look at it to a point. Everybody gets worked up about Trump. Shoot. It's like, for instance, other groups of people like the Asian community, they don't worry about Trump. You notice that? The groups that got the act together, they don't worry about American politics and what they're going to do. And one thing I noticed about that APAC lobby conference they had versus the way they talk to other groups of people, especially black people, they have to tell them what they are going to do. Period. They stopped their whole campaign just to discuss them, not even the American people, them. And if that don't tell you those people are powerful, I don't know what else. Well, yeah, Trump supporters going to be. Well, you know what? Obama supporters has been upset. Trump supporters going to go through. Look, let me tell you something. The same people that had all this hopes and dreams for President Obama and they were disappointed. Donald Trump is going to be their President Obama. They're going to be disappointed in Donald Trump. He said he's going to do this. He said he's going to do that. And then when Donald Trump got out of office, they're going to have a sour taste in their mouth. It's right. And Congress is a problem. Congress went out of control. 1 minute they said that, well, we want to wait till the next president get in office to confirm the pick that President Obama did for the Supreme Court. Then they said if Hillary Clinton gets elected, they still not going to confirm the guy. So Congress is the one that's really got out of control. I mean, that's the ones you guys should need to really go to the polls with in the next 2 years and vote every last one of those jokers out. All the Republicans that's talking about they're not going to vote. And then if you want to vote Republican, I'm not telling you not to, but put in somebody else as a protest vote to teach them a lesson that they're going to do their job. It's the only thing I say about it. I mean, Houston as well. We need one of them. Shaw Gonzalez. Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, good looking out, and thank you for stopping by, fellow Houston native. Let's see here. But you know what, Shaw, That's the stuff I'm talking about. But Sha, check this out. They get mad at me when I call them hyenas and thugs and savages. They get mad at me for that stuff. But when people like Mr. Oliver die, all of a sudden it's, oh man, that's messed up. R.I.P. to Mr. Oliver, R.I.P. to this and R.I.P. to that one. But you get mad when we get upset and call that stuff out. I don't understand that. I don't even get that. Well, you sounded like them racist white people. The last thing I'm thinking about at those moments is racist white people. Because most of the ones that's killing us aren't racist white people. Let's call it what it is. I'm a realist. When I speak to black people about black people issues, I'm talking directly to you and your issues. And personally, I'm sick of you scapegoating everything that you can on racist white folks. Because yes, racism do have a place in this country, and it has definitely had a place against us and our community. But racist white people is not making you go kill Mr. Oliver. Racist white people didn't make you go kill that young brother that had the shoe store. Racist white people didn't make you go kill that husband and wife couple that was selling hair extensions. They didn't make you kill them at all. But you want to get mad at me when I call them a thug? Are they acting like one? Or are they acting like a good, upstanding black man? So what do you want to say? Black man kills this. Black man do this. Eventually, if I start reporting black man, guess what? Then everybody listen to me say, see, that's how those black men are. But if you say thug, savage, okay, I'm separating based upon behavior, not a general statement like black man. Just as much if it's a black woman, white woman, whatever. If I type everything as a general term, as a group of people, and then I attach negative things and I constantly keep reporting that. See, a lot of you don't understand propaganda. A lot of you don't understand how far it goes. I understand a lot of that, and that's why I do what I do. You don't like me calling names. Oh, you shouldn't call names. CNN don't do that. Or I'm not CNN. So stop comparing me to them. Well, you don't talk a certain way. They do. I'm not them. Stop telling me what they do. If you want to see what they do, their channel's on every day. I'm not them. I'm not trying to be them. Okay. So I separate groups of people based upon behavior. And then if you say, some of you have, because we have the hyenas and the thug sympathizers, you shouldn't be calling black women hyena. Well, why is it I call some white women hyena too in the same playlist? I call Hispanic women hyenas too. I call anybody a thug. I call anybody a savage. And like I said in the comments to somebody, oh, it's okay if I call a racist a savage, a black phobic a savage. That's fine. But I start calling these criminals as black a savage. Oh, he's working for them white people. They're cutting him checks. What checks? So I keep trying to figure that out. I want to know what checks have y'all seen transpire from some, and please let me know who the white people are that's transpiring these checks. Giving me the check in my hand, and they telling me, look, Philip, we're going to give you this amount of money. We need you to say this. Please. If white people was cutting me checks like y'all saying, I sure wouldn't have no GoFundMe talking about let's work together, try to get a studio. If white people was just sitting there cutting me checks for saying savage. Jesus Christ. I call everybody hyena. If you act like a hyena, I'm calling you one, Jerry. Nobody gets a pass from me. Nobody. Well, I'm talking to whoever it fits. I throw general statements. I don't throw okay. And if you think that Willie about hyena, well, you don't have to enjoy that kind of content if you are listen to it. Well, the fact is, I'm not going to say black women. I'm not going to say black women and attach a bunch of negative behavior to black women when it's a behavior. Because you know what? I've got many, because a lot of times you so-called, and I say so-called, pro-blacks, because a lot of times you don't care about black people. You don't, because you cared about black people. You wouldn't want black people getting killed in the street. You would want black people to be safe. You would want black people to have jobs. You would support black businesses. You would do all these things for black people. The last thing you want to defend is a savage, a thug, and a hyena who's coddling thugs, who's sitting up here encouraging the behavior, who's doing all this stuff that's against the innocent black people in the community. You can't support a savage and support the good black men, women, and children at the same time. You have no love for black people. And you see, you get mad with me because I call you out on your hypocrisy because you have no love in your heart for black people. You can't sit up here and want to support an agent of death against black people just because that person may be black all of a sudden. Oh, we should feel so sorry for them. And yet the innocent people is less within the community. No, like I said, I am that guy to call you out on your hypocrisy. I am not Al Sharpton. I am not Jesse. I'm not none of them. I love you, but I'm not going to sit up here and turn a blind eye when you do stuff against the community. I have more hate for the savages, the thugs, and the hyenas that do it to our own more than anybody else from the outside. Because all you know good and well we have dealt with for hundreds of years. And yet you're going to perpetuate in our death and our oppression. You doing it? You. But yeah, we should go focus on the racists and the police and everybody else. That's what we should focus on. When that, who killed Mr. Oliver here in Houston? Was it them? That's all I want to know. Who killed the young brother right here in Houston over some Jordans? Was it them? You know, you, like I said, and I keep saying this stuff to you sympathizers of hyenas and thugs. You want to tear the doggone city up if it's a cop that did it, a white male cop, but you don't say crap when our people are killed by black criminals, by savages. You say nothing. What, their life don't matter all of a sudden? You say Black Lives Matter, but it only matter when black people kill, when white people do it, racist ones at that. It's the only time it matters. You say nothing. To me, Black Lives Matter 24/7. I don't care who's the perpetrator against taking the life of an innocent black person. That's what make your logic flawed. And I know I'm getting off in the tangent and something I shouldn't be getting into because I'm not discussing that, but y'all get on my nerves with that crap because you don't have no love for black people. And that's why when they tell you this crap, then you like, oh, well, it's not the same. You got an excuse for everything, but you cannot even stay on script. You can't. You say, who killed Trayvon? Who killed Mike Brown? I'm not even talking about Trayvon and Mike Brown. I'm talking about the people within our communities killing our own people. Yes, that's what y'all try to do. Y'all no different than y'all. You know who y'all like? Some of you are just like the same people you complain about. You say, you tell them about racism and they say, well, I haven't been a slave master. I haven't been this. You know, the deflecting they like to do. The first time you brought up with, what about when this happening in our community, killing our children? I, of all people you can't talk to about this, I have done plenty of stories on this channel alone of innocent black people being killed. Innocent black people, not black people involved in crime, involved in drugs, or doing all that lifestyle. No, innocent black people by other black people. And when you bring this up, what do you say? Well, who killed Trayvon Martin? Who killed Mike Brown? Who killed this one? We know who killed them. Fine. We got that. Nobody's debating that. I'm not debating it. But who killed hundreds of our people? It's not them in this time period. We have to be real with the stuff. You don't love black people when you try to scapegoat what our issues are on other things outside of that. Because you know what? I promise you, if they was killing us like we're killing each other, y'all done tore America up by now. It'd be martial law right now. I'm telling you, you would. If they was killing us every day as much as we are seeing in Houston, Chicago, New Orleans, any other major city where you're having killings by people within our own community, y'all done tore everything up by now. And I'm wrong for saying that, though. Like I tell people, I love you. I love you to death. And when you love somebody, you have to tell them the truth. Lying to people, you don't love them. You don't. I don't want people around me that's going to lie to me. I want people to tell me, hey, man, look, they're telling me because they love me and they want to see the best out of me. And that's me. I want to see the best out of you. So I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, whether you like it or not. Now, If you think that's okay and you sympathize with them, fine. Go be with them, go live with them, and coddle them and everything else. I have no issue with you doing that. But I'm not focusing on them. I'm focusing on the black woman that want to see her children grow up in a safe environment, or a black man. I'm focusing on people within our community who want the best, who are sick and tired of seeing things being destitute. That's what when I speak about black issues, that's what I'm talking about. You only want to hear black issues when you could scapegoat everything on someone outside of our community. But we don't want to deal with the internal issue within our community. As a matter of fact, if you can deal with the internal issues within your community first, then you can deal with the problems on the outside, because you will be strong enough as a united front to go and deal with those issues that you possibly need to deal with. This is why you're so easily picked apart. This is why you're so easily manipulated. This is why you're so easily stolen from. This is why you're so easily tricked. This is why you have so much self-hate, because you do not take care of your internal issues. You don't want to hear no talk of your internal issues, because, and I understand it's hard. It's hard to deal with an issue that, and a lot of times we're fighting people's upbringing too. When you're raised to think it's okay to be on welfare and food stamps for the rest of your life, when you're raised to think it's okay to be a hyena, it's okay to be a thug, it's just the way it is. You mess with people's upbringing, and that's why you have so much fight back. But we have no excuse. We have plenty of books out here you can read. You can educate yourself to be liberated from that mindset that you're thinking. You know, you're always talking about this liberation stuff. Liberation is not that complex. A lot of you just need to be liberated from the thinking of mediocrity. You need to be liberated from, well, you know, as long as a person black, they're my brother and sister. No, they're not. Snakes are black too. Okay, so like I said, I'm sorry to go on a tangent a little bit about that. I wasn't trying to go there, but you know, it just sometimes some people, you know, they you know, oh my God. Let's see here. All right, well, let's talk. Let's you know, I don't know why y'all discussing Donald Trump. I'm not really all right, well, let's go ahead and start talking about what we really came on here to talk about. But I'm talking about a black folk issue, so don't worry, we getting back into you. But let's talk about the studio project real quick, and I'm gonna start that off by a comment. I don't know, maybe it'll be kind of hard, but on the screen back here, in 3 days, by 33 people is yourself, you know, including me as well. I'm part of one of those 33 people. We have raised $1,575 within 3 days. I want to thank everybody who have donated to the cause. We appreciate it. We cannot get this done without you. Today, I was on the phone speaking with the contractor, giving him the dimensions of everything that we need, ideas, how we want to set things up. We had a long conversation about all that. They on board, they're ready to go. We're going to give them some more information they need on paper, give them some pictures of kind of how we maybe want the studio, and then they're going to draw out, you know, the composite of the studio and send it back to me what it'll look like. Now, once they send me that composite, I will share it with you guys and let you see, hey, this is the composite of the studio that they want to build for us. It's going to be a custom studio for us, and we want to make sure it's done right. Explain to them it has to be TV ready, lighting has to be right, everything has to be on point, multi-camera shots, everything. They say they can do this. They've done plenty news stations. They've done different people's YouTube channels as well. So we are really getting on the ball with taking care of this situation. We're not playing. This is something that has to be done. But there's one comment that I want to focus on. But before I get to that comment, if you haven't yet, went to the GoFundMe and read it, read what it's about, and think about going there and helping us get to this goal, because we can't do this without you. You know, a lot of people say that, you know, you put out a lot of information, things that we didn't know about. You know, I wouldn't know about redlining. I wouldn't have known about this and that and the third. Well, the only way we can continue to do more things is just to be in the best position that we could get in a bigger platform. We have to grow bigger. We have to do more. And think about it. Some people keep telling me you need to be on TV. Well, we're trying to get ourselves in a position where that can happen. And we don't want to work for the mainstream media. The mainstream media is the establishment that everybody keeps talking about. They are the mouthpiece of the establishment. They don't want to hear what we're talking about here. I mean, could you imagine that we have our new studio that's TV ready? We get a television station. We get, you know, maybe a deal on Hulu and Netflix or whatever to broadcast news daily on one of those platforms, somewhere that streams. Just give you for instance. And we get this message out here to millions and upon millions of people who could turn around and even get educated on a lot of things. I have college students writing me saying, you know, I didn't know some of the things until I started watching your channel. You know, I didn't know certain things about finance and economics. I didn't know certain things about investing. I didn't know certain things about history. I don't get that on any other place on TV other than this platform. What we're presenting here in this platform is something that definitely everybody could appreciate, but also we do address the issues in the Black community, and we don't cut no slack either. And there's a lot of people that we need to learn from within our own community to fix our issues and problems, because I don't look for Hillary Clinton or no magical politician to fix our problems. We can fix our own problems by doing for self. And by doing for self, we can look back and say, we did this stuff. We don't have to look at nobody else and say, well, they gave us a chance. They did this, they did that. We have enough finance to do it. The people who support what we have going on. And we can get this thing done. I know we can. I know one person that told me, well, Philip, that amount is kind of high. I mean, it's kind of, well, you know what? In order for you to have something, you have to meet it where it has to be. We can't lower ourselves. The problem is, especially with a lot of African Americans, you're not trying to be a status quo. Sometimes you are here because you feel it's too big. Well, you know what? Anything worth having, it's going to be big. And really, we're not asking for $1 million or even $500,000. We're asking for something that's going to make it look right, professional. I spoke to the people on the phone today, and the contractor told me, hey, that's a perfect amount to have. That's exactly what you need to get to where you are at. So I know we wasn't off. And when we do this thing and you guys see it eventually, you're going to be like, I get it now. I really get it. Because we are truly trying to be independent media, things that we doing on our own. We don't want the mainstream media's help on anything. We want to keep doing things on our own. We'll go to a mainstream media, broadcast and sit down and do a guest piece. As far as I'll go with them. But if it's not being a guest or just being a commentator on something they're thinking, I'm not doing it with them like that, because they're too corrupt. And I don't want no part of that. I don't want nobody to tell me that I can't talk about Marcus Garvey if that's what I want to talk about that day. I don't want nobody telling me that I can't educate people on a true American history because it may make certain people not like a certain thing. I don't care about that. Put the truth out there, and then people decide what they want to do with it, or you put the truth out. So what we're trying to do, what TV station let's see, Leonard Johnson said, what TV station be on? No, what we're going to do is create the studio that will be TV ready. Once it's TV ready, we will continue to do our broadcast, but try to set ourselves up to get our own television station network. That is actually the ultimate goal, is to have our own station on the DirecTV or Comcast or whatever. That's where we're going toward the end. And okay, well, if you disagree with us, that's fine. New York saying everybody don't believe in us like that. That's fine. But one thing about I've seen from other groups and other people, they believe in the people that they have going on, and they help them on a lot of things. You know, some of the people, I'm not saying everybody, you want me to do all the heavy lifting. And when I say let's make this thing bigger than what it is, let's get it more out there. Then you're like, oh no, I don't want to help with that stuff. Nah, I disagree. I don't, you know. Well, that's why black folks, I'm talking about black folks. A lot of black folks don't have nothing sometimes because we don't support nothing. A lot of times we don't. But if we were selling Jordans, if we were selling hair, if we were selling, but something to educate us, something to help us be better, something that could possibly create jobs for people. No, we don't want to invest into that. I saw a picture recently from the 1930s, and these kids, black children, didn't have, two of them have no shoes on their feet. The sister had shoes, but one thing they had in their hand, they was walking to school with books. Now, I'm gonna repeat that. Two of the boys didn't have no shoes on their feet, but the girl did. And all three of them was walking to school with books. In this day and time, you're not worried about a book. Some of you, not all. You're worrying about just looking good. And I looked at that picture and I said, at that time period, even though we had a lot of hard times, we still pride ourselves off of learning, growing, and just being better. But if I was a clown, which I do clown, I have fun. I do. I have a Ratchet Video Weekly channel. I have fun all the time doing that. It's just part of my personality. I joke a lot more than what I put on. Okay, I'm a very serious person. I really am. I'm serious about the issues, but I can't be so serious where it makes me depressed, because some of the stuff that's going on in the world is very, very depressing. Trust me on that. So I do laugh and joke, and I like to have, like anybody else. Let's see. Ratchet Pics, follow me. Let's see. What we're gonna have to do, excuse me, is I'm gonna have to get somebody to moderate this thing, because a lot of you guys are complaining last time and saying, I need someone to moderate because you guys are trying to really ask questions and trying to go back and forth. And my thing is, where these people come from? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So let me read that comment I was telling you about. The person said, and they got it. Let's say, to have a centralized media platform be the first in history of Black America. Accomplishment like that would completely outmatch and overshadow any small token achievements like first Black president. Can you imagine being able to educate 45 million Black Americans about historical redlining with a single 30-minute segment? We have never seen that kind of power. He said X spoke of group economics, but it was brief. Luther King was killed just as he was about to speak on it. Nobody knows the names of Amos Wilson and Claude Anderson. They say for Phil to recommend these kind of Black leaders and thinkers to 45 million of us would be absolutely huge. Look at what happened in Missouri. That was, in effect, what do you put on now? Oh, okay, that was Black power in total and complete effect. What do you mean by the economic boycott by the football players? Well, they say they refused to play unless that the president got out. Now, I say it was reported on CNN. It was covered in a way that make most people think, there go those blacks causing trouble again. This time they cost a good white man his job. When will Black people start whining about every little thing, get over it already? They say when Phil reported on, he pointed out the entire strategy start to finish. He pointed out the problem. He made clear what should be and what shouldn't be. He pointed out the fam organized itself to hit the right people in the pocketbook. He pointed out how it was basically an overnight success. We've never had that in central media before, ever. Let's stop right there. What he's talking about is, we've had so many activists out there. We have plenty of activists out there. We've had Martin Luther King, like I said, Malcolm, we have all kind of people, even people today. But Blacks do not have the defense or offense of media. That's what he's saying. Is that, yes, you out in the street, you protesting, you doing this, but why you don't have a way for no one to defend you or to point out the truth or combat the lies of the mainstream media, you constantly have gotten destroyed. You understand? the media is the one that caused the destruction of Black Wall Street. You guys don't get that. It was a newspaper publication that said a black guy raped a white girl, even though the white girl herself said, no one raped me. What are you talking about? They just went with that to go galvanize the Klan and all those who were jealous of those black people in Black Wall Street to destroy what they had. It was the media. It's constantly the media who's stirring things up. Even to this day, they stir things up the way they report things. They cause so much division. And when you have, another black group to say, you know what? No, that's not the truth. Or you telling the half truth. This is really what's going on. And say, oh, okay. Now see, you say, look how dirty they are. Look what they're doing. So we, like he said, we really never had that, any type of media. And then you may say, well, we had BET. BET was sold. BET not even owned by blacks. And when it was owned by a black guy, Bob Johnson, he had BET News, which that's the first time I ever started really watching news was on BET News. And the moment that he sold it to Viacom, which isn't black owned, they got rid of BET News. That's the first thing they wanted to do. So now you really don't have, well, you say, well, we got TV One, Roland Martin. But Roland Martin can't do it all. He's only one person. Just like I can't do it all. But you have a bunch of people, if you have more than one network that's trying to get out there and get it done, then possibly we can cover a lot more. We don't get no town hall debates, but standalone town hall debates. We don't get just a general debate. We don't get none of that. But Univision got their debate. You notice that? But Univision got their channels together. The Hispanic community support Univision, support Telemundo. They support it. And that's why they get debates. But if we don't try to build more media platforms, then we're not going to get debates. So can we really get mad at Univision? Because some people didn't like that Univision got their own debate. If you do what you're supposed to do to get that, you'll get it. But we don't have that. We don't. So it comes from us building our own media platforms to get it done. And this is the only way we could do it. Now, let me continuing. So we already programmed to hate one another, which is true. And to not know who we are, much less that we are part of the same group. And as such, it's made communication, organization, planning, business, cooperative, economics, and appropriate education extremely difficult. Now, the person says, I don't agree with everything Phil says or the way he says it. See, now the guy say he don't agree with everything I say. And that's fine because you shouldn't agree with everything that I say. But if within a family, you have different opinions, but can you come together on the core value? Now, you may not agree how to describe an action from somebody, but do you agree that it's wrong? Yes, I agree it's wrong. I just don't agree the way you said it. Okay, well, we'll join on that alone. It's wrong and go from there. But when it comes to the most critical points of what's affecting us and how we can reverse these effects, he keeps hitting the bullseye. It may not be Phil's intention. In fact, I'm fairly certain it's not on his mind at all, but the kind of information that he shares with us is the exact and only kind of information that will undermine systemic white supremacy. For that reason, I'm on board. You say, tell your friends, about it, so on and so on, right? So with the person is looking at the bigger picture here. Okay. If you just relegate yourself to stay doing YouTube, that's it. You're just doing YouTube, which I wouldn't stop doing YouTube. But if you just relegate yourself to that, you don't grow, then it's like wherever you get to, you're gonna get stagnant and you're gonna stay there. And then once you get to a point you get here, you're eventually gonna decline because you're not growing. That's anybody. So you have to constantly grow. You got to constantly look to the next goal, look to the next feat. You have to constantly do that. And this project is one that is doing that. And, like I said, there are people they say 33 people that support of what we have going on. Now, I've had some people say, well, you have a lot of followers that it should be easy for you to get that. Well, a lot of people could watch, but doesn't mean, people follow you like that or believe in you like that. Or maybe it just takes time for them to, or maybe they don't have it right now. Maybe they may have it in a month. They may have it, whatever. I'm not pushing it. It's not like it's going to end in like 3 days or something. It's definitely going to take some time. But one thing that we're doing here is we're trying to grow, make things better. I've gotten a message from a guy from the UK about it. People from different countries. And another thing I need to address with that, one person from the UK asked me was, could white people be a part of the project because he loves the platform? And it's on the GoFundMe page. You can read that comment. And I told him anybody can be a part of this. I don't even know why that question was asked, but anybody can be a part of this. I also had a question asked, and this was actually quite funny, about the 1 million fathers. Can white people be a part of the 1 million fathers? And I said, why don't you go watch the interview again, and then maybe that'll answer your question, because the guy I was speaking to, he wasn't a black person. So I don't know. I don't know who put out the memo. I haven't put out an official memo. I don't think nobody else that I work with put out an official memo, but we may address black issues because we must do that, because we don't have a place to talk about black issues. We don't. And we have to address these issues. But some of my videos may be just black issues, and some may be just everybody's issue. Some may be a politics, which is everybody's issue, or parenting, or whatever else that we may talk about here. But, I've never said that in a video, I don't want nobody listening. I only want one group of people listening. And if I ever said that, the one time I said that was to that fool on that talk show, because I know what he was doing. When he was talking about all this stuff about crime and all this other stuff, and I said, look, let me worry about my family, you worry about yours, because he don't care about black people like that. He was just doing that to be condescending and rude to the people that's black. So if you come to me like that, I'm responding to you in a slick way, because you don't really care about us like that. So I know that it's been a lot of things in my life that if people look at, even where we at today, they say, ain't no way I can see how that happened. Well, you got to have some belief. You got to believe. You got to have some faith, and make the right decisions, because not everybody's going to believe in you like that. Some people don't want to see you win either. I'm be honest with you. Some people don't want to see you win on anything. They don't want to see you grow. Some people do. Some people will be right there with you, celebrating with you. And then some will celebrate with you until you want to get hired in what they think in their minds is something for you to do. If you get a better job than what you have now, they may all think, why? Oh, they make all this money now, and they salty because they couldn't get that kind of job that you have, or even a certain relationship you may have. You got this great relationship now, great marriage, best person ever. They don't have that. All of a sudden, they feel a certain sort of way. Or, when you were single, they was cool with you. Now all of a sudden you're in a good relationship. Now they upset with you. I was even told by somebody that they were cool with certain friends when they had weighed a certain amount of weight, but then when they lost all their weight, they got extremely fit. All of a sudden the friends had an issue with them. Like, there are people that will sometimes have issue when you're trying to do things that maybe they're not trying to do. And I don't get that. For me, if you tell me something that you're doing is great, all I'm gonna say is, man, I want you to do the best. And when you get it, I want to celebrate with you. Invite me to the celebration dinner, whatever. I want to be there. I want to celebrate with you, because I believe if you celebrate with people, then you will get blessed as well. You can't be looking down on people and say, oh, why them and not me and all this. No, you rejoice with those who rejoice, and you mourn with those who mourn. It's just that simple. At least that's what I believe in. Everything Paul asked about, no, everything's gonna stay about there. All that's gonna stay the same. It just won't be done in that part of the studio. I can still have a setup just for that, but it won't be on the news. No, the new studio part is gonna be for the news. Nothing else was gonna be broadcast there but news, because I couldn't be doing, Ratchet Video Weekly in no news setup. No, that would look silly, and that's not what that's for. But you can have just a simple setup for that. That's no big deal. I mean, sure, you can do that against the wall somewhere. You're just joking around. So, okay. Can be a guest on the show. A lot of people can be guests on the show. We do interviews with a lot of people. Phil, can you also set up a GoFundMe? Okay, I don't know what you're talking. Well, if you, let me see. Yes, my current setup is within our home. I have enough room for it. actually within our game room. So that's why I set a lot of things up with that. But let's see here. If a person, hopefully it stay up here. I don't know if it'll stay up here or not. Did I spell that right? No, I didn't spell that right. Uncle, I only have one niece. Ken, I only have one niece. Believe it or not, I'm talking about at least on my side of the family. Yes, that's downtown Houston in the background. I said that's the link. If you might know, I don't know how to save this link or to keep it on the top. Let me see. Hold on. No, I can't do that. Well, that's the link to the GoFundMe. You tried networking and asking Black business owners to support your show. Um, that's more things I'm going to do, like I said, on my own as well. Like I said, we're trying to come up with even other ideas. Like I said, it's you guys helping me. And when I say helping us do this, it's not going to be all on you. It's going to be on me too to put in on this platform. We did put in something this morning ourselves. Now, some people ask, well, I don't want my name up out there like that, but I want to help out. So they ask, well, can I give privately? I said, sure. You can go to the website and give, whatever amount that you choose to give on the website if you want nobody to know, and then we'll just transfer that over to that platform. If you give right here on the YouTube channel itself, everything we're doing right now is going to that. Now, let's say like when that's done, when that's over with, let's say we hit our goal, we build our new studio. Then, like I said, we still have, operating costs and everything because we are independent. We don't have the corporate sponsors. And like I told you guys last live stream, YouTube takes 45 cents on every dollar you make here. That goes for anybody. So if we would just recover the 45 cents, that would just make a world of a difference as well. Starting smaller can be, well, we're small as we can get right now. We have to take our step up. You look at other channels who are much bigger, they took the step up as well. And that's why they're where they at. And that's why some of them even turned into different networks. You can't get no smaller than what I have right now. Even the contractor looked at what I have today. He said, I looked at your channel. I looked at your setup. He was telling me different things to recommend what they want to put. Because, we definitely going to have a video wall. We're going to have that. We're not a Donald Trump wall, but a video wall. The video walls that be on the networks and stuff like that. It'll be in the back, and he was recommending what size so it could be seen very well. And got so many different aspects of what they want to do. So let's see. I have a family in Spring, which is North Houston's cool. Well, what's the difference? What's the difference with the Indiegogo? I mean, I don't really see the difference. I mean, background. Well, that particular one went from this website called stickerbanners.com, but you put in whatever picture that you want. They'll print it up. It's not the most high quality one. That's why I don't know if you can see sometimes the light reflect off of it. We're supposed to be getting a new one from a company that wants to just donate one to us. Now that one's supposed to be more higher quality with a light won't reflect off of it. The introductions you're talking about, all that stuff, that's Adobe After Effects. I don't know if you know about that program, Adobe After Effects. And then sometimes you got to buy other plugins like optical flares, Element 3D. All these programs cost money. You can go price them yourself. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And I got my Adobe After Effects before all that CC come out, where you can actually buy the whole program. Like, I don't even want to fool with it. I'm gonna leave it like that. Let's see here. All right. Well, let's get to the next. This video is the key to success. I don't really. Let's talk about the next thing I want to talk about, because we won't get off subject. Black vanity. Now, what do I mean by vanity? Let's start just with the definition of vanity. How about that? Excessive pride in or admiration of one's own appearance or achievements. But in relation to the topic about black vanity, it's going to be more on appearance. Now, it is a policy, it is a thing within the black community about the way you look, and not physical appearance, but the way you dress. Dressing is like an important thing, like food, like water, to a lot of people in the black community. And you will see people who shouldn't be buying certain things, buying these things. For instance, this is why you have videos of guys going in line for Jordans and then get on the bus and going home. I'm like, okay, you gonna buy some $200 shoes and then go ride the bus? I'd rather save my money to give me a car and buy me some shoes that's decent, but they don't have to be those shoes. Or you have people who will, and you see some of y'all seen this. Some of these females are making sure they buy, they have their hair fixed and their clothes, all this other stuff. And you look at that baby and you're like, what is wrong with you? For me, my baby gonna look better than me at all times. If my baby's right, I'm happy. My baby is the one that my children is always gonna be straight. Because what kind of parent would I be? But some people within our community don't think like that. They worry about they have to look good. Or you've seen guys that have all these expensive clothes, expensive belts. Then you go to their house, they sitting on a milk crate. No furniture. It's so bad within the black community that you are ridiculed for not having expensive clothes. You're ridiculed constantly. Even to the point that some people feel they have to do stupid stuff to get expensive things because they're ridiculed. Some of the women will talk about you so bad if you don't have a certain way you should dress. Look you up and down. What kind of shoes you got on? Well, what's those clothes? Where you get that from? You get what I'm saying? Ridicule you. Then in the meantime, you could be just a dude who's not focusing on all that sort of thing. You could be working on your degree. You could be working on a business. You could be working on all kind of things, right? And then later when you buy it, you can actually afford it. That's what you want to do. And then when you're not checking for them, they always want to say you uppity. They want to say you've been around them white people too much and all this other stuff that they say. Why is it as black people we have to be so vain? Even with me, they will say, well, you should dress a certain way. You should wear more expensive, like you wear cheap suits. Well, how much of a suit am I supposed to be buying? Y'all tell me, please. All my suits cost the same, just about. Even the suit that I have, that the one y'all talked about so much, that wouldn't even cost the same. So how much am I supposed to be spending on a suit according to, the black vanity policy that we have within our community? And then what does that get us at the end of the day? All these clothes that we're buying, what does it get us? We're broke. We have nothing. You have the best shoes, the best cars. Well, I can't even say that either, because you'll get an income tax car and put some rims on it and think you didn't done something. You get these cars, you do all this stuff to your car. You're right here in Houston. You got these 84 swingers and candy paint and all this other stuff. But where do you stay? In an apartment? That don't make sense. I'd rather have a regular car and stay in a house. And then eventually, if I want that car, then it would look right pulling that car up to a house. than pulling a car up to an apartment. It just, shouldn't you have that car in a garage if it's that important to you? Or at least on the driveway when you have to worry about nobody parking next to you and hitting your car or scratching it or whatever. This is some of the things that keep us broke, is being vain like that and not appropriating our funds. Or we get some little money, we's going crazy. We get $3,000 in our pocket, $2,000, and oh my God, you didn't hit the lottery now. You didn't hit the Powerball. You taking all kind of pictures. You want everything with money, throwing it all up in the air, doing all this stuff. It's like, you're not gonna have that money in 2 weeks. You may not have it by the end of the weekend, was how some of you go. We just spend all your money, and you stay broke. And then you want to get mad at another black person who appropriated themselves correctly, who saved their money, who invested their money, who say, you know what, instead of buying a car or a purse or hair or shoes, I'm going to put this money into my business. I'm going to put this money into my education. I'm going to put this money into tutoring for my child, extracurricular activities for my children, training for my children. I'm going to do all this stuff to invest either into myself or my children. And then when they come up and it pays off, don't look at them and say they're uppity, because they worked hard and did that on their own. You see, there's nothing wrong with nice clothes. Nothing wrong with that. I like nice clothes. But as long as, number one, you can afford it, and number two, your house is in order. Buy the expensive purse if you want to. Go ahead and do that. When your career is at a point you can do that, you got a nice car, you got a home, you can afford it, and all your lights are on, and your kids got good stuff, and hey, do that. I am not against you having nice things, but I'm definitely against you having nice things when you're on welfare and food stamps, and that's a lifestyle for you, but yet you got the most expensive shoes on your feet. You have the most expensive cell phone out there, not a cell phone, but an expensive cell phone. That's a problem. And that's a lot of the reason why we don't have a lot of money. It's not that we're broke, because black people have over $1 trillion coming into their hands, but we will just spend it. And if it's not that, we'll start talking about the preachers now. A lot of the preachers within our community, not all, they have vanity too. That's why they look in the way they look, and y'all have no problem giving your money to the preachers. They go buy a Bentley, they go buy a Lexus, they go buy a Mercedes. They the one wearing the $2,000 and $3,000 suits. Showing a guy like me. I think that's stupid to go spend that kind of money on clothes anyway, personally. I mean, what's the difference between the clothes that cost $2,000 and something else that may cost $100? I'm talking about on the suit wise, or maybe $200. What's the difference? Still covering your back. As long as your clothes not stink, as long as it's neat, pressed, it's doing the same thing. Just like you got billionaires that look like they don't have a dime to their name. But us, we get 10 cents, and we ready to act like we didn't hit the Powerball. But everything is just showing out. We got to show out for everybody. It's like you're showing out for people you don't know, and they don't really care about you like that. And this is my thing. If I got to show out to impress you, I don't need to be around you, because you're not really nothing I need to be around anyway. So we need to stop all that. We need to stop wasting our money on things and appropriate our funds the correct way. We don't support our businesses as we should. We run out and support everybody else. You have a sister that's trying to start a beauty supply, and she's trying to get people to partner with her. You don't want to do that, but you'll run over to the Koreans and go support their business in their beauty supply. We pass over all our business. We do all this stuff against our own community. And then you wonder why we stay behind. You wonder why we have money, but it get out of our hand in less than 6 hours. And we can't look back and say, you know what? I invested my money here, and now I see the results of investing my money. We don't do that. Most of us won't even buy Nike stock. And I'm talking about those of you who love shoes. You don't even go buy stock in these companies. At least to say, hey, I'm going to make me a couple of $100. And for people to say, well, how do you do that? I have a video on my Advice Show Media channel that tells you verbatim how easy it is to buy stock and how to do it. Subscribe to that channel. It's a field script video. Look for it. I'll try to give out much information as possible to help you, because I know a lot of black people, especially black people, you have been educated on really nothing but to be a consumer, not to really be using a capitalistic system to your advantage. And unfortunately, because we are constant consumers, we spend so much more money than anybody else. And the facts state that blacks only keep their money within their community only 6 hours. Asians keep their money in their community for 28 days. Jews keep their money in their community for 21 days. Whites keep their money in their community for 14 days. Days, not hours, days. And we don't even make it to one day. We don't even get 12 hours and the money's gone. It is a spending problem within our community. And a lot of it's attempt to, we got to look good for people we don't know and don't care about. Call it whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? But you know I'm telling the truth. You know this stuff is ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. That's why, I'll be honest with you, I'm so happy a lot of sisters are going natural. I support that. You know why I support that? And you know, when I see a natural sister on the street and I see them with their natural hair, I stop what I'm doing and I say, sister, I like your hair. And they a big smile get on their face when you tell them that. I encourage them because I want them to know that, hey, black men do support you being natural. And then they saving money at the same time. Because those hair extensions, if you really get to the nitty gritty of it and how much they pay for that stuff, it's a lot of money. It's so much easier for them to have their natural hair. And yes, they spending money on that too. Just their hair is something they got to keep up with, period. But as men, we can encourage them that's one way to help them save money in their household. We're just encouraging them because sometimes some of them feel that we won't support them with that. So they feel that we like the hair extensions a little bit more than the natural hair. So encourage them if you see them with natural hair. That's the only thing I would say, is just a suggestion. Let's see here. Yeah, natural. Yeah, like I said, the looking good thing is just silly, in my opinion. And I always tell people this: there's only one person that I have to worry about impressing, and I'm talking about outside of myself. And if you're not her, I don't really care about it like that. Now anything that I wear or choose to wear is on me. Like I said, I'm a regular guy every day. I'll go, I'll tell you where I shop. I'll go to Old Navy and buy clothes. I'll go to JCPenney. I'll go to Macy's, and not what you think expensive stuff. No, I go when they got sales. That's another thing. I have a thing about buying stuff for a price. I won't even buy stuff for a price. I'll wait for a sale. I'll get a coupon. I'm just not buying nothing for a price because my wife coupons. And once we got up on that deal about not buying nothing for a price, man, you won't get me to buy nothing for a price. A car, a house, nothing. I'm trying to get a coupon for something. Yeah, that tax money. Let's see here. Elvin thinks that we don't care much about luxury shops. Oh, Bristol, UK. All right, that's cool. Appreciate you checking us out from out there. Well, let's talk about it. Say it goes. Women need to encourage men to look. You know what, brother Kenneth? Let me tell you something about that. Women don't have to encourage us too much. If we just start doing it, the society it have a different response to us. Let's say if you're wearing something I'm wearing right now versus if you're wearing a t-shirt or whatever. And I don't really need nobody to encourage me like that to put on anything. I'm like, hey, this is what I want to do. But I mean, I understand some women do want a guy to dress like something like you say these guys are dressing today. And my thing is, do you really want a woman like that? That's why I tell a guy, if a woman's encouraging you or love to see you dressed up like, jackets, ties, or whatever, if she like that, I'd probably be more of a woman you want to holler at because I think she probably a little bit more on the mature side. And maturity with a woman, it means a lot, just as much as it means a lot with a guy, right? So if this chick is so caught up on how you dressing, she's immature and she a horrible spender because she's spending money like that. And you getting with a woman that's spending a lot of money, from my personal experience, don't do it. It's going to be like you put a hole in your wallet and you're going to know where your money went. So don't do that. Let me see. Well, if that person helps people own their business, that's good. That's anything we need to do is right. You know, I'm not even looking at some of the things that's being said. Some people saying that. I'm just kind of focusing on the thing. So, all right, well, let me get back to the next comment here about the 1 million fathers. What got that started? Um, as I stated in the information piece before we got started with the interview, dads don't have an outlet to speak. And like we stated, the mainstream media is the establishment, you know. So since they're establishment, they got to protect the establishment. And family law courts is the one courtroom that isn't racist, that isn't black phobic, that isn't any of that. All they see is green. They don't care about your color. All they care is getting that money out of you as a man. They don't care about visitation, a lot of them. You got to spend so much money. So what we wanted to do was get the stories of men out there. We've been having that 1 million father Facebook page for the longest. And somebody said, I didn't know you had that. I don't understand. Well, this is something I don't understand. When I go watch a person's YouTube video, like for the very first time, I've never seen them before, I see the video, but then I click on that little thing on the side, the description box, and I go read what they have in there. Because usually in their description box, they're going to have the information about the video itself, if possible. They're going to have their social media links. They're going to have everything there. And that's why I tell you guys, go to the description box of my videos. Check it out. You'll see everything on social media to the studio project, the Patreon, the website, other additional YouTube channels that we have. Everything is there. But it's like people don't go there. I'm like, oh, and then some people it amazes to me that people tell me when they go to my Advice Show Media channel and Rash Video Week, I didn't know you had these channels. I'm like, I've been having it in the description box forever. And it's like, just go there. Just take 2 minutes, click it on your phone, and look in there. And then you hit one channel and hit subscribe, the other channel hit subscribe. You know, go to my Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff. Like, just follow me on all those platforms, because you can actually get a hold of me a lot faster on social media platforms like Twitter and Facebook and Instagram than you can YouTube. Because sometimes YouTube, I have so many messages coming in, they get lost. And then the way YouTube changed their messaging system, I hate it. You can't see the messages like you used to. So it's better to message me on Facebook or, like I said, Twitter, Instagram. Go to the description box of my video. I'm telling everybody, go there. Just take 2 minutes, go there and check out everything that we have. That way you can follow us. But anyway, we wanted dads just to have an outlet. That's it. And we have another interview we'll be posting Wednesday, 5 a.m. in the morning. With that video will be up along with another video at 5 a.m. So as we talked about the daily uploads, we decided the 5 a.m. time would be the good time, 5 a.m. Central. So both of those videos will drop. The 1 million fathers and another news story. Like I said, tomorrow you'll see another video drop 5 a.m. So you can always now come to this channel 5 a.m. and something will be ready for you at that time period. Remember, you guys wanted that, so I got to try to make that happen. No, I am be married 5 years this year. And that's the crazy part. Almost 5 years. I've been married. That is crazy. Time passed so fast. Well, you know what? I can't promote the description box every time, but I do promote the things that we have to. I wish some people would be like, would really see how it is sit on this side of it. YouTube used to be so easy at one point in time. I used to could answer everybody's message, everybody's question, and I can't do it anymore. It's too much, that's coming in. Like even a live chat, I can't stop what I'm doing. Look at this and say, okay, let me try to answer this person when they going like this. Is going, which is great. I mean, don't get me wrong. I can't even block a person if I want to. Sometimes it's kind of hard. By the time I try to block one person, if they're doing something stupid, then the thing moves on me because people make comments, which is good. You're going to see Dr. Boyce Watkins. I think he's supposed to be coming to Houston, and if he comes to Houston, he's supposed to probably come over here, holler at me here, and I think he's talking about maybe possibly being on the panel with them here in Houston. So we'll see. Phil, what do you think of joining the Black Panther Party? I don't join parties. I don't join groups. I'm my own entity. I'm Philip. I'm Advise Show Media, Advise Media Network. We're our own entity. We're the friend of everybody, but we're our own entity. Okay, let's see who that is. They call me. Give me a second, guys. Seen something on my phone pop up. Oh, hold on. Y'all can get it live. Y'all gonna get it live. Okay. Let's see if I can try to call back. Y'all getting it live. Anyway, block the hood rats. I wish I could block hood rats from society. But hood rats is yes, that's the wife calling. I'm trying to call her back. No, I don't know the man. I don't know him personally. Big Sap, not at all. No one of the Fifth Ward boys. What's that? Okay. Well, I don't know what happened. Let's see that she's still on the road. Hold on. Why you get rage about stories? I mean, to me, I don't get rage. It gets kind of depressing. Well, see, she knew I was going to be doing this, so I don't know. Well, let me see here. I'll just tell her call me back. No, ain't nobody. No, trust me, they not. But like I said about the 1 Million Fathers thing, we're gonna be doing more and more interviews with that. So expect that to be happening a little bit more. The world's this? I think well, we did one interview. Tia, we did one interview with Tariq Nasheed. You go to the Advice Show interviews playlist. Make sure you check the playlist as well. I'm glad you mentioned playlist. Check out all the playlists. They're organized for a reason. We have the Advice Show interviews. We have now the 1 Million Fathers playlist. The Wild Hand Hood Rats. They got their own playlist. I think. Do we have the Firecrotch Teachers playlist? What is my view on urban gardening? You read a lot of communities doing it. I think urban gardening is great, Kissy. We need to do more of that. Do you have to become sure? I would love to do more, do motivational speaking. Just got to invite me to come out, and it has to be the right situation. Is your father thing just interviews? Nope, it's an initiative, but I have a plan. And my plan is going to work out very well, just like everything else that I try to lay out. It works out pretty good, but you can't let everybody know your full plan. Have I been a Fort Hood? No, I've never been a Fort Hood. Let me see. Have I heard of Zero? Of course I heard of Zero. Who hasn't? You live in Houston. Let's see. Can you invite people to the show? What people do I need to invite to the show? Are you talking about on Hangout or? Yes, there's a Fire Cross. There is a Fire Cross Teachers playlist. Because sometimes I forget. I got so different ones. Let's see here. I'm going to go to playlist. I'll read them off to you guys. Hold on. Oh yeah. It's 24 videos of the Fire Cross Teachers. We got the Knowledge is Power playlist, which we're gonna work more on. We're gonna do for more of those videos. People really get ruffled with those Knowledge is Power videos. Advice Show on the Street videos. We did about 6. 34 Why in the Hood Ref, 32 interviews, 8 the collabs. I ain't done a Black History video in a little while. One of these playlists I'm probably gonna go ahead and take down. I don't know why I still got the playlist up here. But yeah, so make sure you check out those things, those playlists. He's gonna be at the Shrine of Black Madonna. I haven't talked to him about that. But if he is, I'll probably holler at him. If he holler at me, I got his email. Let's see here. You're getting all types of trouble. That happens all the time. It happens all the time. Like I said, I got to get somebody to start blocking these people from me. I tried. Are you going to watch? I am going to watch Batman versus Superman. You're right about that. I'm going to watch it. I want to see what it's going to be about. And I'm also going to watch the Captain America Civil War too. Now, my son, he's a big Spider-Man fan. So there ain't no way I can even avoid watching Captain America Civil War. So, you know. My thoughts on the child support system reform. They definitely got to reform it. But I think it needs to be focused more on the children instead of just monetary gain. And a lot of states are moving to this debit card system, which is great. I just think they need to take away the ATM option. And I think that if they using this ATM, take away the ATM option, you can also audit where the money's being spent, because if you got that child support card, you can't spend it at the cell phone store, stuff like that. But you can spend it on clothing stores, restaurants, or whatever, things that kids will be at grocery stores. So, that's pretty good actually. Those new child support cards they have, but the ATM option, they just go pull the money out, and that way they can't really monitor what they're doing with it. So, well, like I said, if Dr. Watkins is in town, which he told me he would be coming in town, then we'll get with him and see what he got going on. So, about the Oscars, I don't really care personally. You saying it's being too white, is that racist or true? I don't care about that situation, because the reality about that is, has Hollywood ever stopped being that? Okay, well, hold on. Hello? Hey. Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, everybody's good. You know, everybody legs are okay. Sit in the car that long. I said everybody legs okay instead of sitting in the car that long. Okay. Adelina not she's good. She walking around. Okay. Okay. Hey, baby, what you doing? Hey, baby, what you was in the car? You watching SpongeBob? Oh, okay. You said you over there. You left daddy over. He miss you. Oh, what mama do? Oh, really? You taking care of mama? Oh yeah. Oh really? Grandpa did that? Wow. Yes, I know it's live. Oh, okay. Baby, we'll make sure you're okay now, huh? Wha- Really? That happened too? What you got in trouble for? Did she hang up the phone? It's my little girl I was talking to. She's almost 2 years old. They were traveling today. So she just, she got to tell daddy everything. As she call him back. She call him back. Hello? Yeah, I'm gonna be talking to Adelina and laughing. Because you remember say I was doing that live stream? You heard me? I say, remember I told you I was gonna do that live stream? Yeah, so I was talking to Adelina laughing. I'm on the live stream laughing at Adelina, talking to her. Oh shoot, ain't nothing wrong with that. Hold on. Hold on. What'd you say, baby? What, I couldn't hear you. What happened with SpongeBob? You watch SpongeBob? Oh, you got in trouble. Well, why'd you get in trouble? Oh wow. And everybody sitting up here. Why Adelina, everybody sitting up here. Oh Lord, she is going in. I know, like she's sitting up here telling me everything, everybody, what's going on, and she valid too, and she telling me everything. So Adelina say she really. Are you gonna eat? What you gonna eat, baby? Yeah, hey baby, what you gonna eat? What you say? Oh, okay, okay, all right, all righty, all right, bye, love you, bye. To that person that left that comment, like I told you, we ain't them, and this is an impromptu live stream. This is not really a news report. So when I'm doing my news reporting, you won't ever see that happen. No, but it's the thing. Um, some people I allow that to happen for a reason because some people think that I don't laugh, I don't talk certain ways, I don't smile, and my family makes me very happy. And they the one motivate me to go on a lot of things. So um, and I wish more people that would have that, where they're going to be happy and be motivated, and just do a whole lot more things, for themselves and get better in the future. But for me as a dad, I love my kids, and I'm gonna spend time with them and do what I have to do, and even as a husband with my wife. So um, there you go. Yeah, well, it's the thing. We are family oriented here. You know, much as possible. We believe in family. Family is one of the core values of what we're doing. It's family. Because in America, the biggest problem that we have is we don't have our family anymore. Our family structure is in the toilet, and most of it comes from these family law courts. It's like you can get a divorce way too easy. You know, I understand getting divorced on some stuff that, hey, cheating, you're trying to work with a person, they keep using drugs, abuse, like domestic violence, all this other stuff. But we can get a divorce nowadays off of I just don't be with you no more, and that's it. That's it. My thing is, if you can get a divorce off of you don't want to be with somebody no more, you shouldn't get nothing in the divorce because you the one initiated it, and it wasn't on nothing that was really legitimate other than you just don't want to go. Because I don't think you should be with a person, then tell them you don't want to be with them anymore, and that's fine. But you shouldn't take half of their stuff. I don't agree with that. I'm like, if you initiate a divorce, it has nothing to do with adultery, drug use, you being physically violent or something to that effect. You shouldn't get nothing. Because the way the laws are set up now, you can get married with a person and get that annulled real quick and still be up to get half of people's stuff. I don't agree with that. And those courts has hurt our family so much in this nation. And I was talking to a lot of Nigerian brothers and sisters, and one thing that they pride themselves on is family. And we used to in this country pride ourselves off of family. You didn't want to be kicked out the family. You didn't want to have family problems. No, because your world would literally be over if you don't have the family. And now we don't care about family. We don't care about marriage. We don't care about, the way things are with our children. Some of us, not all. And that's why we're where we're at. I will stop a live stream if I have to talk to my child, talk to my wife or whatever. I ain't talk to them all day. So call it whatever you want. But family is more important. you know, Family always going to override what we do here. Family first, then everything else. Because I was raised that way. He says it's true black because white actually work for the. Well, Brandon Wells says, is it true black women want handouts because white girls actually work for their man? I don't even know what you're talking about. That's a blanketed statement that don't make sense. Am I from the South? Of course, I'm from the South. Where's the current level for our project? 1575. Well, just go to the GoFundMe. You'll see it yourself. But he didn't boycott the awards. Let's see here. I got too mixed up. People, not no people getting married. They really had while young. Well, the way the system is right now, it's so screwed up that it's kind of hard for people to get married in this day and time. It really is because what people know about it now, and they know that they could take everything from you and all this other stuff what you work hard for. Like I said, it don't matter if you broke if you get married because you ain't gonna get nothing out of a broke person anyway, other than child support. And really, child support is the worst part out of it because alimony will eventually end. If somebody take half of whatever you have, you can always work and get that back. But that child support stuff is worse than any of that because these people don't care about anything. They don't care if you're disabled, hurt, lost a job, whatever. These people are going to treat you like a piece of crap. Let's see here. Well, if you followed my Advice Show media channel, you would know the question to that New York City Saint. So go to the Advice Show Media channel, go back and look at a lot of those videos. When I was going through that, I was discussing that verbatim, what was going on. So go check that channel out. Okay, what I got on? Now you got me looking down. What I got on my shirt? Let's see. Why is it when a woman cheats on a man, she still gets half of his stuff? That's exactly. Vic Damone, what's up, Advice Show? What's going on, Vic Damone? When you and Lily T gonna collab again? Y'all work well together, or do you have? Oh, and do you have any pets? Lovely T. I will. I need to. I need actually need to contact her. Need to have a conversation with her. I haven't talked. We haven't had a conversation in a little bit, so I need to get word on that. About do I have pets? Yes, I have 2 dogs. I have a border collie and I have a King Charles Spaniel. Do I have siblings? I have 1. What the new studio is going to look like? If you remember at the beginning, I talked about that I'm working with a company and they would have to draw that up. Have you ever given out autographs? No, nobody gives out autographs anymore. People take Facebook and Instagram photos. Let's see. One person you talking about, I have no comment about that person. I'm gonna leave that alone. Let's see. Some people say prenup. You have a black lab, good sized dog. About the studio, that is the plan. Yeah, I know you do your thing, Vic, with your effects. I see you. What are my hobbies outside of a YouTube channel? Let me think about that. What is my hobbies? I don't even think about that. I mean, I have them. I don't do YouTube all the time. I mean, sure, I can't say it's a hobby. It's more so how I live. I mean, I'm a dad. That takes a lot of time. I'm a husband. Um, we are business people here. That takes a lot of time. Uh, we definitely like going outside with the kids. I had my little daughter out the other day on her Power Wheels. You know, she was just enjoying herself. We also took the kids to the theme park. You know, we had for spring break. We took them there. I think we took them to eat pizzas, one fun place or whatever, just a spring break with the kids. That's something I love to do. It's just really spend time with my family. Um, I love lifting weights. That's something I really like to do. Um, I never want my strength to leave me, no matter what position I am in. I don't want my strength to leave me. Let's see. What is your thoughts on social justice warriors and PC police? I don't know about PC police, but and I don't even know what's the issue with social justice warriors, because I guess I'll be considered a social justice warrior, I guess, because I think a social justice warrior is any person that stand up against the wrong in society would be a person that's seeking social justice. So people who have an issue, I notice, with social justice warriors are those who want to keep the status quo, or those who want to keep up with what the establishment has put out. That's at least from my opinion. What are your thoughts on black women with weave? I have no thoughts because it's not my business. I don't put no weave in my hair, so it's something I'm concerned about. Yes, you're right, Charmaine. We do need more family men. I agree with that. But when you have family men, we got to have some family women. Women who won't be faithful, gonna work together as a family as well. Who want to have a lot of kids and just stay together. You know, we don't get married to try to get divorced. You know, I love big families. I do. I told my wife, "You're lucky," because if we would have met maybe 8 years prior, you probably would have had about 6, 7 kids. I told her that. She said, "Oh God, I'm glad we didn't meet that early," because I love big families. I do. So Um, let's see. Uh, yeah, there you go. It's not my business. There you go. I think we explained that earlier. Uh, about being vain when it's finished, start it over. You can catch an excerpt about Black vanity and how it really hurts people within the Black community. Yes, people do divorce too much now. Big family. I am. It's a Phil. Are you liberal or conservative? I'm neither. I don't tie myself to political party. I tie myself to idea. Let's see. And that person's back, and I'm glad they are. Where they at? They're right there. Got them. Okay. Why did you start this show? Oh, you talking about the live stream? You said I actually do want to live stream 5 or 6 kids. Be nice, but please, please, please get a woman who believes in family. Get a woman that don't believe in divorce, who believe that we supposed to stick together no matter what. Don't get a woman that's mouthy. Don't get a woman that spend money too much, who's not frugal. Don't get that kind of woman. You'll be broke. I tell a man this: get a woman who loves the mess out of you. I mean, loves you. Not a woman that you chased and you got her to love you, but I mean a woman that just loves your behind to death. Like anything you do, she loves you. That's the woman you get with. Because some of y'all don't like them kind of women who love you to death. You want to go get the woman you got to chase and try to get her to love you, and that'd be the main ones that do you dirty and treat you bad. I'm telling you, get the woman who loved the hell out of you, for real. The ones who like their eyes just sparkle when they see you come. Them kind of women. That's the ones you want to get with. Let's see here. I don't know what that's. I don't even know what that has to do with me. But okay. What's the relationship between the community and police force as you see it where you live? Well, I mean, the it's like anywhere. If you are living in a middle class area and or to up, right? You're not really gonna have see much police relations with them people too much because statistically, middle class to upper class areas don't have a lot of crime. Now, when you get to your lower income crime areas, that's usually what a crime is at: lower income poverty areas. No matter what city you're in, you're gonna have more run-ins with the police, point blank. Um, Now, I grew up in a time period, we didn't have a whole lot of money. We have hardly nothing. And I said that when my children grew up, I was going to work hard so we could stay in a decent area. Um, well, we don't have those issues, don't have those problems. And even before me and my wife got the home we're in now, we stayed in a nice 2-bedroom apartment, and it was still a nice area. It was no crime or nothing like that. But we rather pay a little bit extra money to make sure our kids are in good schools in a good area versus having Ray and Man always hanging out in the corner or having pimps and tricks and crackheads all over the place. I just wouldn't raise my kids like that. Let's see here. Yeah, man. You know, man. You got something on your face. What are you talking about? No, I'm telling you what. What I don't know. You talking about a pimple or something? Possibly acne. I don't know. I can't even see it. So why are you comparing me to another person, Victor? Let me be me, and then you can make a judgment off of that. I mean, if you got an issue with that man, you need to holler at him. So, have you interviewed any other fathers? Yes, I did one. Yes, I have gray hairs. I'm getting older. So if I have something look white looking in my hair, a lot of times it's my gray hairs growing out. Let me get my hair cut. Why do I think most black people support Hillary Clinton? Do I have time to even answer that question? Why most black people support Hillary Clinton? I don't think I had the time. Why you keep asking me to link up with Sa Netter and Brother Polite? I'm I'm only they don't do what I do. That's first and foremost. They just don't. So no, I would do different things with people that do things along the lines of what I have going on. I mean, I think they have their own lane and what they got going on, and I have mine. That's just kind of how that works. So since I'm focusing more on the media aspect, I'm going to kind of be with people that's more so on that side of it. I'm not saying I couldn't speak with you or interview with you. Not saying that, but you know, unless it's an interview, it's nothing more I really could do. Okay, now that question comes up one more time. I'm going to block that because that's stupid. Um, well, we trying to we banko leg. We trying to put out the important issues much as possible, you know, and that's why we trying to just talk with you guys a little bit, um, inform you guys just on these live streams because like I said, trust me, there's other things I could try to do, but I wanted to stop in a little bit, talk to you guys, and see how things are going, or just give you kind of like a little update of what's going on with that. But we definitely need your help with the live stream. No, I'm sorry, definitely need your help with the GoFundMe. We definitely do, um, because we fund all kind of stuff within our community, and I'm like, we need something that constantly gonna bring us information, not just maybe a one time information. So let's see. Do you even? Well, you know what? If you worked out with me in the gym, you'll see how much I can lift. If you let me speak on your channel. Well, okay. What are my views on Nancy Reagan? I guess she was a decent lady. I mean, I didn't know her personally. All I knew her is Ronald Reagan's wife. Do you think black people should date people of their own race? That's like the last thing I'm worried about because we have so many other things that we could need to be focusing on instead of things like at the end of the day, people gonna do what you want to do with your life, your genitals, or whatever else. So I'm not here to really tell you what to do. Do I play video games? I love video games, but I don't fool with them. And I'm gonna tell you why. If I start fooling with today's video games, then I'm not gonna have a news channel anymore. It's gonna be done, and I probably will start doing gaming because I really like games that much, but I don't touch them because I know because you ain't made a video in 2 months. I know because I didn't get all into this game, so that's why I don't fool with it. Let's see. Would you Let me tell you something, brother Derek Muhammad is a very busy man. Do not think it's easy to get a hold to him. He's extremely busy. So when he stopped by, he do the videos that he do on the platform, and then he go because he's very busy. Wait, I think he's more busy than I am. How do I deal with racism in the black community? I don't I don't know how I deal with racism. I mean, well, there's no such thing as racism in the black community. It's to be self-hate. Let's see. If you say anything to Trump, what would it be? I don't know if I had to interview Donald Trump, I would have to ask him about his positions on things, like, you know, um, but I wouldn't ask him about other stuff. I would ask him about what is he going to do on some aspects that I possibly care about, outside of what he says on other people, because his defense going to be, I'm speaking about this, I'm speaking about that. I'm not talking about American citizens. I'm talking about people who's not American citizens. You know, you got to take it at face value. Um, I definitely would ask him about the police, situation. I'll definitely ask him about that. What is he going to do about that? What is he going to do to bring the country together? Because he's not really doing that. He's actually causing a lot of division. I mean, as president, you got to bring people together. And unfortunately, a lot of people thought Mr. Obama was going to do that, and that didn't happen. And, so it's just, here we go again. Let's see here. Oh, shoot. See, I didn't mean to do that. What's it? You say an attention hoe. That's funny. If Ben Carson was a Democrat, would he have a better chance than Bernie? No. Man, I didn't. Well, if someone wants to get us to speak at anywhere, they can email us at theadviseshow@gmail.com, and we will get with you, see about making sure that happen. If you're serious, of course. Did you see the video of a little racist little boy getting popped in the mouth for saying the N-word? Um, I didn't see a boy, but I seen a girl get popped in the mouth. Matter of fact, let me tell y'all something. I worked on Ratchet Video Weekly today, and I'm sorry, I had to joke about that. That Aaliyah, what's that girl name? Aaliyah, right? I'm sorry, I had to joke about it. It's nothing you could do serious with that video. Like, and they tried to make that serious. I say, no way I'm gonna make this video serious, because I hate when the media do that. They take a video, okay, of two girls having a disagreement, arguing, whatever, and they make these two girls the representation of a whole race of people. The black girls are representation of all black people. The white girls representation of all white people. And it's having this epic discussion, an epic thing between two people, and act like they're representatives. That's stupid to me when they do that. And the media loves to do that. Black girl hits white girl for saying the N-word. Why can't it be black girl and white girl? We all see that. Why can't it be just two people? Why can't it be the girls' names or whatever? It's like you try to push that crap. I don't remember. Well, I don't really know what's the funniest thing. Only people could tell me that. Do you think Bernie Sanders' plan for making the college free is possible? Sure, it's possible. We stop fighting everybody else's wars. Stop giving all our money out to foreign countries. Stop worrying about trying to solve all the Middle East's problems, and just worry about our problems. Sure, we can do that. Do you agree with cultural appropriation? No, I don't agree with that. Not at all. I think everyone needs to. It's okay to appreciate other people's culture. There's nothing wrong with that, and to adopt certain things. But I don't like when somebody say, "Oh, all of a sudden when you were doing it, it's so bad, nasty, and ghetto. Now you doing it, it's all great now. And then you trying to say you created it. That's really offensive. Of course, Phil. Are you happy? Of course, I'm happy with my family. That's a silly question. Um, do you think the news try to make all black people look bad? Sierra Smith. Um, a lot of them do. A lot of them do. And the reason why a lot of them do because they're on the agenda. That's why we have to have our own platform. And this is why we keep speaking about going to the next level with the GoFundMe. We have to do this. This is something that we can make history beyond. We are having a TV ready studio. That's what we got to have to get this done. If you're tired of hearing the spin on everything, because even, well, I'm gonna say that when I do that video. I'm gonna leave it alone. You're scared of Sharia law. Well, boy, you scared of Sharia law. Huh. Free health care, free education, or free college education. You say, what do I pick? I would say both. My thing is, I think everybody deserves education. I think everybody deserves health care. I just think they do. Education should be a right in this nation. Because it's just amazing how you can find money for war so quick. It's ready to go to war. You find billions of dollars to go to war. But to educate your people, no, we can't pay for that. Where we gonna find the money? The same money you found to go to war, the same money you send into Israel every month, the same money you send into even Palestine, all these different ones you're giving money every month to. How about you cut back some of that money? Like I said, it couldn't have been me going to that lobby today that the presidential candidates went to. Oh no, that couldn't have been me. That's why I wouldn't become president. Well, dude, if you don't know, what's the word? If you don't support our platform, then don't support it. But it's like me complaining that you're trying to get a new car, and I'm telling you the car you're getting, you shouldn't be trying to get that. Like, okay, well, that's what you got to do for you, whatever the case may be. Let's see. Woman gets stabbed with a piece of rib. Mom calls. Well, let's see. That foreigners are taking away jobs. I've never had the luxury to care about foreigners taking away my job because the industry that I worked in, foreigners couldn't take it away, and neither could you outsource it. Yeah, but see, like that APAC conference they had today, where all the presidential candidates gave speeches, they'd have booed me out of the room because I was like, you know what? Look, I'm running to fix my country. I'm not worried about your conflict. Sorry, I mean, I feel for you. I'ma pray for you. If you need anything from us, in assistance on the military side, fine. But y'all been fighting this conflict before I came up here, and you're probably gonna be fighting it after I get away from here. So on y'all Palestine Israeli fight, y'all deal with your own problems. Let me deal with America and the problems in America. We got infrastructure issues. We got jobs. We need to fix our trade. We got to end the war on drugs, end mass incarceration. We got to fix our health care. We got to fix because Obamacare is atrocious. The Obamacare is the worst thing ever, and I'm telling you that and that's not because I'm a conservative. I don't agree with political parties. Obamacare is the worst thing ever. You don't believe me? Need it. Go ahead and need it. And why is it that they're penalizing you with an IRS penalty because you don't have insurance? that should be sued. And they tried to fight it, and they held it up in the Supreme Court, which is crazy. They had more conservatives on the Supreme Court at that time period, and they still upheld it. How is you going to penalize me for not having insurance every year? And none of y'all see that as wrong. Obamacare is extremely expensive. It's not cheap. What is your stand on illegal immigration? My stand on illegal immigration, I think everyone should come over legally, because you couldn't go into Mexico illegally. You couldn't go into Canada illegally. I think people should come over legally. And I have a family member who worked in Border Patrol, and I didn't know Obama just cut their pay by $800 a month. So the talk on the Border Patrol is they actually want Trump to be the president because they feel they get their money back. Obama's cutting money. What's your stance on equal rights, non-discriminate? I don't really get into that topic too much because I think we all have rights underneath the Constitution. When you ask me about equal rights, non-discrimination, LGBT, I think we all have rights under the Constitution. No matter what your preference is, you have freedom of speech. You have Second Amendment. You have your Fourth Amendment. All the things which let me say on paper you're supposed to have, right? So I don't think that no one should deny a person a job or anything like that due to whatever you believe, whether it's religion or orientation or things like that. I don't think nobody should get beat up or shot or because of their religion, sexual orientation, their race, or anything like that. I'm just basing off of basic human rights issues. But I don't get too much into that because I'm an advocate of the traditional family. That's what my stance is. But I can side with you on human rights issues. But getting too deep into some of that's not me. That's not my thing. I'm just more so the traditional family. Man, woman, children, and that's what that's at for me. Don't hate nobody. I really don't. But that's just my position on that. Everyone has human rights, and they should be respected. And they should have these civil rights and constitutional rights. Only thing I'll say is don't push beliefs on me that I may not believe in through the government, and I'm good. That's the only thing I have issues, I would say. Reality TV to me, when I do see it, is very entertaining. And that's it. That's how I look at it. The black Trump supporter beating up the protester, I'm gonna get into that in a video, so I'm not gonna speak about it here. My thoughts on Manny Pacquiao calling gay people animals. I've heard of what he did, but I don't really know exactly where that comes from. So Congress has to let's see. You're referring to white privilege. That rabbit hole goes so deep that it would have to take time to explain that. What are your thoughts on the wall? Well, like I said, I have a family member who works on the Border Patrol, and they told me that Trump can build his wall. Okay, this comes from somebody who been working on the border for years. He told me Trump could build his wall. They'll find a way around it. He said they are very resilient. Do I think the Bible should be studied in science classes? Um, in science, I wouldn't put that in a science class. How you feel about the man who has to serve 15 years of hard labor in North Korea? Don't drop the soap. Let's see here. Abortion. What do you think about abortion? Anybody who know me know I'm a supporter of the traditional family, and those who support the traditional family do not support abortion. Um, I don't support that. Um, medical marijuana. Only thing I don't like about the marijuana situation is, when brothers was out here selling marijuana, they want to lock them up 20, 30 years. Now they figure out a way to sell marijuana and make money off of it, and all of a sudden it become legal. And then the people that's locked up with marijuana, they don't even let them out of prison. But it's legal in certain states now. But my personal opinion, I don't smoke marijuana. I don't believe in that. But if that's what you want to do, I think you should be able to do that. That's what you want to do. As long as you're doing it in the comfort of your own home, you're not doing it in the public, place where, parks and businesses and that. If you want to smoke it at your house, I think you should be able to. I don't think the government should be locking you up. It's not like, heroin or LSD or, crystal meth and that other stuff. But marijuana, and actually, if they were legalize marijuana nationwide, they would reduce the prison population so much. A lot of people locked up just on marijuana. Most people that get caught with some sort of drug, it's gonna be marijuana. It's not gonna be all that hard stuff. But see, in order to keep up the Clinton plantation of mass incarceration, they got to keep locking you up for weed. Because why would, if you could figure out what ways to make money off of it, why not? Shoot, the state of Texas, a senator brought a bill here up trying to get it legalized. They didn't want to talk of it. Happy birthday? No, it's not my birthday, not yet. Do you think 90s music was more appropriate for teenagers compared to today's music? Um, I think 90s, you actually had more decent music, I think, back then than now, just on for artistic value and stuff like that. Domestic violence, nobody should be putting their hands on nobody, male or female, as far as it goes. With me, nobody should be doing that. How do we feel about their long-term marriage between straight people, men side chicks and women having a side? Well, like I said, I don't advocate or support anybody having a side chick or a side guy. Um, if your relationship isn't working, you should go ahead on and try to address your issues. If those issues aren't resolved, I think you should just go ahead on in a relationship. You shouldn't be having no side chick, side this and side. I don't think you should be doing that. Number one, you putting yourself in a messed up position. You possibly can get yourself killed doing that too. if you get caught. So you don't know how people's reaction going to be when they get caught. I seen a video the other day of a dude from another country caught his wife with the side dude. Dude ran up on, like, caught him like outside, hit their car. Dude jumped out the car, blast on dude, went over to his wife's car, blast on her, got in his car and left. I like, whoa, tripped out. Of course, you can't show that kind of video on YouTube, but I say, man, so you don't know how people reaction gonna be to that stuff. So I don't know, Radiance. I don't know. It's kind of hard to do that a lot. I have time right now, so that's why I'm doing it. But really, I don't have time because I could be making some other videos and doing some editing. Somebody asked, what if someone was raped against their will and was pregnant? Would abortion then be an option? If they're raped, standard procedure is to take the Plan B pill. That usually works. But that's a fine line too about I know people say that, but I've done the research, and I think less than 3% of all abortions that happen in this nation is due to rape and incest. Most of them is just for convenience, and that's just the studies. So if 90% of them was because of rape, that'd be a totally different discussion. But abortion has been used as a form of birth control, and I don't agree with that. And we discussed that if the woman wants to abort the child, she can do it. If she wants to have because let's say if she wants to say, I don't want to be a parent right now, I'm gonna abort the child. And even the man say, you know what, well, don't abort the child. Let's have a baby. Give me the baby. You can sign on parental rights. I'll take care of the child. You good. I don't want a child support. I don't want nothing. They would still kill the child anyway. But if a man say, I don't want to be a parent right now, I'm not ready for that, they'll still have a child and still throw 18 years of child support on him. He has no choice. The men is completely screwed, but supposedly we live in a time period of equal rights. We do not have equal rights in this nation at all. No equal rights for men, period. But everybody else getting their equal rights. I know it's been, you're right. It has been 2 hours, huh? I've been sitting here that long. I knew something was wrong. Oh no, we don't have time to be doing daily live streams. Las Vegas is running rampant with syphilis. Well, I bet if you're going out there slinging penis and vagina all day long out there with not protection, I understand. Do you think a monogamous relationship is realistic these days? Sure, I think it's realistic. Phil, do you have the key to success? No. Do you believe in gun rights? Yes. Are you more conservative or liberal, and which is better? I am neither. I'm my own person. Let's see here. Well, if equal rights is an important issue, you should stand up for the equal rights of men and reproductive rights as well. Because I agree, equal rights is an important issue. Do you believe in Black Jesus? Yes. Don't live in Cali if you love guns, and I won't. I will always be in the great state of Texas, some way, somehow. Opinion on male sexual harassment by women. I think that needs to be addressed and responded to the same way. How mad will you be if Hillary is elected? Not much I can really do, because really Hillary don't affect. Well, oh well. Let me back up. Um, your local politicians affect you a lot more than the president. That's what people really need to understand. Your vote actually means something in your local elections for your judge, DA, mayor, sheriff, stuff like that. That would really affect you, not the president of the United States in federal elections. Let's see here. Do you think Obama is the Antichrist? No. Do you have a day job? If so, what is it? Um, we cannot answer those questions today. Do you believe immigrants should cross our borders with or without a green card? Um, I don't know. Phil is secretly a Trump supporter. No, I'm not a supporter of Donald Trump, but some ideas I have to say some of them um, are not bad ideas, but he's overshadowing them um, with things I don't think he should be saying. How you feel about Africa's economic boom? I'm 100% of Africa booming. Let's see. How you feel about kids beating up their teacher? Well, I got a video I'm gonna do about that, but I'll leave that for that video. If heroin's a dangerous drug that comes from opium, then why is the military protecting opium fields in Afghanistan? And that's the $50 million question, because this country is always making money off of drugs. That's why they allow the drugs to come to this country from Mexico, because people are making a lot of money in this country in Washington, but they don't want. That's why they won't really stop it. That's why with Donald Trump talking about this wall, good luck with that one. That's why he ain't gonna get no wall unless he pays for it himself, because that Congress of his, they gonna stop him from getting his wall. Trust me. Let me see. Do you believe in the conspiracy theories about the Illuminati and the puppets of the industry? I don't care about it personally. Do you think that feminism is important to the United States? Hell no. You know what's important? Two people working together, because feminism is something that's only done nothing but harm the parent child and family court relationship. Man, let me tell you something. Feminism has a lot to do with these family law courts. Trust me. So I'm the wrong guy to ask feminism questions to, because I loathe feminism as much as I loathe the hyenas and the thugs. Trust me. So don't go there with me. Please. And nothing against you. I'm just saying I don't like feminism. Don't tell me nothing about it. Do you think the government will let black people create their own city? Shoot, man, how can we create our own city if we can't even take care of our own neighborhoods? I'm just saying. Phil, what encouraging would you give the black community about taking greater interest in local elections? Well, you could look at what happened in Chicago with Anita Alvarez, how she handled the case with Laquan McDonald. The people got together, they voted her out. They got Kim Fox now. Was she supposed to do a runoff with the other Republican guy, right? So she's out. She's not going to be the person. The Timothy McGinty, the guy who refused to prosecute the cops for what's the child's name? Oh, my mind went blank. I see his face, but his name went blank. Cleveland. What was the child's name in Cleveland? They got killed by the cop. They ran up and shot him. Tamir Rice, the prosecutor with that case, they voted him out. So your votes do work, but you need to vote more in your local elections. When you have these prosecutors that won't prosecute a cop, and you know this cop did some wrong stuff, write down his name or her name, get your behind out there, register to vote, and mobilize everybody in your community and go vote against them to get them out and show them you don't have a permanent job, sir or ma'am. You're an elected official, and get them out. It's just that simple. Oh, yeah, about Dwight Howard. Yeah, I saw Dwight Howard, stupid. Um, how I feel about it, he an idiot. Would you suggest blacks stuck in the hood with stupid people do to improve their situations? Get out, get out, and get out. Do you believe we evolved from apes? Hell no. Do you support the Black Lives Matter or All Lives Matter? There's no such thing as a group called All Lives Matter. There's no such group at all. I stated this before. In principle, all lives should matter in principle, but all lives don't matter in this country. It just really don't, and it's evident based upon the history of this nation. You know, we can go into that conversation. You should do a feminism weekly kind of. Okay, what do I need to do there? Do you think we can save the black community? Yes. Including the hyenas and thugs? No. Unless they choose to reform themselves, then they could be a part of the black community. That's just my opinion. No, we shouldn't have a law against pregnancies. I don't agree with that. Do you think that blacks will make a change for the better? Well, I made a change for the better. So, of course, I mean, I was not there thugging now either. But I think we don't have to be thugging or acting like hyenas to say we need to make some changes. How do I feel about African nations being taxed by the French? They shouldn't pay them crap. When are you gonna do Ratchet Video Weekly? I actually made those videos today. I just haven't uploaded them yet. Are you against the police for doing their jobs? Their jobs, no. Doing criminal behavior, yes. I'm against that. Let's see. Why are there white people in Africa? Because they went and colonialized a lot of the countries in Africa. That's why. You think it's good that many blacks are going into engineering? It is great for blacks to get engineering degrees. I'd rather them have an engineering degree than a criminal record. Buffalo wings or tacos? Well, what you need, Elijah? Well, go eat. It's down there. No, go do your thing. You good? Well, I know a lot of the leaders here. So, do you like Rand Paul? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I did. Well, anyway, guys, let me go it on and I'm gonna try to end this live stream. I've been on here long enough. I need to actually do some videos, so let me go ahead and get these videos done. I'll put up the Ratchet Video Weekly videos sometime tonight. So been good chatting with you guys. So I just want to let you know, if you haven't went to the GoFundMe, go to GoFundMe, read it, help us reach our goal. We can't do it without you. So thank you, and see you next time.